Paulina. I work with international people who want to live and work in Australia. Today I would like to introduce you to an amazing person, Mandi. Hi Mandi.
Hey Paulina.
Mandi and her story is amazing. She works on daily basis with love and travels. So Mandi, can I just ask you quickly the first question? How long have you been living in Australia and what country did you came from?
So I've been living here since 2000, but I lived in New Zealand for 8 years before that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, so I left England. I was born and bred in England, and I left England in 93 and then came over here in 2001.
My next question was the reason why did you came to Australia, but I'm just feeling like I want to ask you why did you went to New Zealand first and then why did you came to Australia?
Two entirely different reasons. So leaving from England to New Zealand was actually for what I thought at the time was love, which actually turned out to be not love whatsoever at all.
Okay.
But I followed the man I was with at the time. He got, at the time New Zealand was doing a trial run of working holiday visas, and they only issued 500, and he got one, and I was that enamoured by him that I thought, well, I'll apply, and if I get one then it's meant to be. So I applied and I got one. So I followed him out to New Zealand, and of course it didn't work. Never was going to work anyway. He left and went back to England and I stayed.
And you stayed?
And then that's where I met my first husband, who is still one of my absolute best friends. And
I love Mandi, sorry for interrupting you. Her stories are always about passion and love and travel. Hey? Yeah.
So I met him and we had a little girl and really enjoyed living there, loved it. He then got promoted with his job over to here, and my initial reaction was like, oh no, I really don't want to go to Australia. And we came over and had a drive around, and I was just so annoyed and angry at everything because I didn't want to be here. And I really, I got enraged at things like road signs. It was just stupid.
Everything.
Anyway, we moved over here and we settled in this area and made a lot of friends. And as happens when you go to school, when your children go to school, that's when you start making a lot of friends.
Yes.
And all my friends pretty much now here, all my good friends I met through the school and through
I have
my
to say,
daughter.
it happened with me too.
Yeah.
So I felt I'll be lonely for a long time.
And at the time, a friend of mine who had also gone from New Zealand to South Africa to Australia had said to me, it takes 3 years to assimilate yourself into a country. And literally 3 years to the day, I looked around and went, yeah, okay, fair enough.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Yes.
And so then we lived here and everything, and then that marriage broke up purely amicably, but like I said, we're still best friends. And now I'm married to an Australian, so I guess I'm stuck here now.
Are you happy in Australia?
I am.
Yes,
am.
finally
No, I am
happy.
now.
So how long have you been living in Australia? You said since 2000?
Yes.
Which is
19
years
Yeah.
now. That's a long time,
When I left England, I said to my mum, I'll be 3 months, 6 months at the most. And that was in 93.
3 months turns to 19 years.
Well, I've actually been away. I left in 93,
much
so
longer.
I've been away 26 years.
Yes, because of the New Zealand story.
Yeah.
Yes. Talking about the life stories, Mandi, what do you do in Australia?
I have a travel business, and it's a bit of a niche travel business. When I say niche, I tend to specialise in high-touch, high-maintenance travel, where clients need help and a lot of work. So I specialise in destination weddings and bucket list travel, where there's an expectation that something will go right. Basically.
Can I just ask you if you can say something a bit more about the destination weddings? Like, what is it about? Because I know many people may not know about this sort of niche or type of travel. What is it? Because I love it. It's about love and weddings and travels.
It's becoming way more popular now than it ever was, because the cost of weddings here, I'm actually also a marriage celebrant here, so I do understand the whole wedding thing. And the cost of weddings here is a minimum of about average $25,000 to $30,000, and it's for one day. With destination weddings, you tend to get a smaller, more perfectly formed guest list because people who are going to go there are going to go there to support you. So you're not going to have that uncle that you only see at birthdays and weddings who just wants the free feed on a Saturday night. You're going to get a quality guest list. You're also going to have everyone there for a few days, so it actually extends the party for a while, and it's a lot cheaper. You can do so much more with your money doing an overseas destination
So
wedding.
it's a romantic trip
Yeah,
and a wedding altogether.
yeah, and it's a good chance for families to bond and friends to meet everyone and just have a good time for
Exactly, have a
5
good
days or
time.
whatever.
Enjoy the wedding.
exactly.
Yeah. Oh,
instead
that's-
of just one day.
I think I've got just last question to you, Mandi. Is there anything you would like to tell people who are already in Australia? They just landed, or they're planning to come to Australia? Are they gonna enjoy life in Australia? Because you haven't
Yeah.
at the beginning.
I didn't at the beginning at all, and just perseverance, just really stick it out, because it does take 3 years, it does take a while, and it does take things like schooling and being part of the community and so on to make friends. That's how I've met a lot of my friends. So stick it out, and it is worth it. It's a much better lifestyle. One of the reasons that we chose to come out here in the first place was because of our daughter, because it's a much better place to bring up
Yeah.
children than certainly the UK. New Zealand also is wonderful, but certainly this area of the world is a much better lifestyle for children. One of the things that I did love about here was how family oriented it is.
It is.
And-
This is true. Yes.
And you can go to the beach on the weekend and you see families and grown-up kids with their families
all
still.
together, everyone all together.
And that, I
Yeah.
think, is an awesome attribute. It's very family-oriented. It's very... When I say laid back, I don't mean that in a derogatory way. But it's very comforting, I guess. It is casual, and you don't have to try so hard to make friends and be friends.
It's just nice,
It
easier.
is nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys. I hope
Thank
you
you.
enjoyed the video and Mandi's lovely story. Thank you so much,
Thanks,
Mandi.
Paulina.